This is a presentation on completing a personal risk assessment. The purpose of performing a risk assessment is to calculate the probability of an undesired outcome. For this presentation, we will be looking at the risks of an individual college student. In completing a risk analysis for the student, we hope to assist the individual in identifying priorities and needs. This data can then be further used in a decision-making process of which type of insurance to purchase. The example will use objective risk methodology in order to calculate the probability of a particular type of event occurring. This methodology is useful because it quantitatively calculates the risk of a type of event occurring and does so relatively accurately. The process of calculating objective risk assessment is fairly simple. One begins by devising a list of all negative incidences that have occurred over a set period of time. Next, the individual then categorizes these incidences by particular type. Lastly, one then calculates the daily probability of the event occurring and then compares these probabilities to determine priorities. This is a list depicting all the possible negative incidences for an individual. As previously stated, the individual is debating whether to purchase health, home, or traveler's insurance. Although it is ideal for the individual to purchase all three types of insurances, the costs of each prevent this from happening. The first two columns in the chart list a particular negative incident followed by the date of the occurrence. The last three columns are used to indicate what type of event the incident was, either. This table condenses the information on the previous slide. 4 health-related events occurred, 3 home-related events occurred, and 4 travel-related events occurred over the past year. The average number of days between each incident was calculated through the entire span of events of that type, divided by the number of events that occurred. Then, this value was the denominator, while 1 was the numerator. The probability of a health-related incident occurring in a particular day is 0.012. The probability of a home-related incident occurring in a day is 0.014. Lastly, the probability of a travel. After calculating all three probabilities of occurrence, one can see that home incidences have the highest probability of a daily occurrence. In terms of purchasing insurance, it would be beneficial for the individual to purchase home insurance because a negative incident for the home has more probability of occurring. Calculating a risk assessment is a valuable technique because of the many applications it can have for both an individual and an organization. For example, determining the daily probability of an event occurring can help guide the organization to make more evidence-based decisions. In particular, using the type of objective risk assessment as shown in this presentation is useful because it is fast, accurate, and essentially more objective than any other technique.